It was just another boring Tuesday morning for Alex, when his whole life changed in the weirdest way possible. He was sitting at his small desk in his tiny apartment, working on a logo design for a local coffee shop. The apartment wasn't much to look at, just one room with a bed in the corner, a small kitchen, and barely enough space for his computer setup. But it was his, and he was proud of making it work as a freelance designer. Alex had his favorite mug filled with hot coffee, right next to his laptop. He was concentrating hard on getting the colors just right when something impossible happened. 1 second, he was alone in his apartment. The next second, a young woman fell right out of nowhere and landed directly on top of him. The impact sent Alex flying backward in his chair. His coffee went everywhere, all over his keyboard, his papers, and somehow even reached the wall behind him. The woman landed in a heap on the floor, looking just as shocked as he felt. She was wearing what looked like a hospital gown and had some kind of medical bracelet on her wrist. For a moment, they both just stared at each other. Alex couldn't believe what had just happened. Did this woman just fall through his ceiling? But there was no hole in the ceiling. There was no broken window. She had just appeared out of thin air and crashed into his life. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The woman said, scrambling to her feet. I'm so sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen. Are you hurt? Alex was still sitting on the floor where he had fallen. He looked around at the mess. His laptop was dripping with coffee. Papers were scattered everywhere, and his chair was turned over. But somehow, he wasn't angry. He was just confused. I'm okay, he said slowly, getting up and dusting himself off. But what just happened? Where did you come from? The woman looked embarrassed and worried. She had dark hair pulled back in a messy ponytail and kind eyes that looked tired, like she hadn't slept well in days. This is going to sound crazy, she said, but I kind of teleported here. Alex laughed, but not in a mean way. Teleported, like in science fiction movies? I know how it sounds. She said quickly, my name is Luna, and I'm part of a medical study at the university hospital. I have this condition that started a few months ago. The doctors call it spatial displacement episodes, basically. I disappear from one place and appear somewhere else. Alex was trying to process this information, while also trying to save his laptop from the coffee damage. But why did you appear in my apartment? Luna looked even more embarrassed. That's what we're trying to figure out. I'm supposed to teleport to a special room at the hospital where the doctors can study what happens, but lately I keep ending up in random places. This is the first time I've landed on someone though. She pulled out her phone and showed Alex some numbers. See, these are supposed to be the coordinates for the hospital lab. But somehow, I ended up here instead. Alex grabbed some towels from his kitchen and started cleaning up the coffee mess. So this is like a medical thing. You're not in control of it. Not really, Luna said, helping him clean up. It started after I had a bad car accident 6 months ago. I hit my head pretty hard, and ever since then, weird things have been happening. At first, it was just small things. I'd be in my bedroom and suddenly find myself in the kitchen. But it's been getting worse. Alex noticed that Luna seemed really worried about something. Are you in trouble for ending up here? The research team is going to be so confused, she said. They're tracking my vital signs and location through this device. She showed him a small gadget attached to her hospital gown. They probably think their equipment is broken. Just then, Luna's phone started ringing. She looked at the screen and made a face. That's Dr. Rodriguez from the lab, Alex watched as Luna answered the phone. He could hear someone talking very fast on the other end. Yes, Dr. Rodriguez, I'm fine, Luna said into the phone. But I have some bad news. I didn't land in the lab. I'm in someone's apartment across town. No, I don't know how it happened either. Yes, there's a witness. Luna looked at Alex apologetically and whispered, they want to talk to you. Alex took the phone, still not quite believing this was really happening. Hello? Is this the person Luna appeared near? Asked a woman's voice. Well, she didn't appear near me, Alex said. She appeared on me, literally fell right on top of me. Fascinating. said the voice. "Can you describe exactly what you saw?" Alex described the whole thing, how Luna had just materialized out of nowhere and crashed into him. The doctor asked him lots of questions about the time, the exact location, in his apartment, and whether he had noticed anything unusual before it happened. After the phone call, Luna looked at Alex with genuine concern. "I'm really sorry about your computer and the mess. The research program has insurance for situations like this. They'll pay to replace anything that got damaged." Alex looked at his coffee-soaked laptop and soggy papers. Most people would probably be upset, but he found himself more curious than angry. "This is definitely the weirdest Tuesday I've ever had," he said. Luna smiled for the first time since she had appeared. "Trust me, it's been a weird few months for me too." They spent a few more minutes cleaning up while Luna explained more about her condition. She told him about all the tests the doctors had been doing and how they were trying to understand why her teleportation was becoming more unpredictable. "Do you remember anything about the accident that started all this?" Alex asked. Luna's expression became more serious. "Not much. I was driving home from work during a storm. Next thing I remember, I was waking up in the hospital with a major concussion. The doctors said I was lucky to be alive." A taxi honked outside Luna's window. Luna checked her phone. "That's my ride back to the hospital. The research team wants to run some tests to figure out what went wrong today." As she headed toward the door, she turned back to Alex. "I know this is strange, but would it be okay if I gave you my contact information? Just in case this happens again. The doctors think it might, and it would be good if you knew what was going on." Alex nodded and put her number in his phone. "Sure, and hey, next time maybe give me a warning text first." Luna laughed. "I'll try, but the teleporting doesn't exactly come with advance notice." After she left, Alex sat in his apartment looking at the damp spot on his floor where his coffee had spilled. He kept replaying what had happened, wondering if he had imagined the whole thing, but the evidence was right there. His laptop was still drying out, and there was a small tear in his shirt where Luna had grabbed onto him when she fell. He had no idea that this was just the beginning, and that is quiet, predictable. Life was about to become anything but ordinary. 3 days passed without any strange incidents, and Alex almost convinced himself that the whole teleporting thing had been some kind of weird dream. His laptop was working again after drying out completely, and he had gotten back into his normal routine of working from home and meeting clients. That's when Luna appeared again. This time, Alex was in the middle of a video call with a potential client who wanted a new website design. He was presenting his ideas on screen, trying to look professional in his best shirt, when suddenly Luna materialized right on his desk. She knocked over his coffee mug, scattered his papers everywhere, and appeared directly in front of his laptop. Camera. The client on the video call went completely silent. Alex could see the man's confused face staring at Luna, who was now sitting on Alex's desk in another hospital gown, looking just as surprised as everyone else. Alex said, trying to think of an explanation that wouldn't sound insane. "This is my cousin Luna. She has a medical condition." Luna quickly waved at the camera and tried to smile. "Sorry for interrupting. Don't mind me." The client ended the call immediately without saying goodbye. Alex was pretty sure he had just lost a big project, but he couldn't help laughing at the ridiculous situation. "I am so sorry," Luna said, sliding off his desk. "I had no idea you were working. The doctors said they had the coordinates fixed this time." "Apparently not," Alex said, looking at his coffee-soaked papers for the second time in less than a week. "How are you feeling? You look better than last time." Luna did look healthier. Her hair was neatly braided instead of messy, and she seemed less tired. "I've been staying at the hospital for observation. Dr. Rodriguez thinks the episodes are getting more frequent, but I feel fine between them." Alex's phone buzzed with a text from the client he had been talking to. "Not interested in working with unprofessional freelancers." "Well, that's one client I'll never get back," Alex said. Showing Luna the text, she looked genuinely upset. "Oh no, this is all my fault. I'll talk to the research team about compensating you for lost work too. The next week, it happened again. Alex was at the grocery store, carefully choosing vegetables for dinner, when Luna appeared inside his shopping cart. She landed right on top of his bananas and crushed his bread. Other shoppers stopped and stared as Luna climbed out of the cart, still wearing a hospital gown and looking embarrassed. "Mum, you can't just climb into the shopping carts," said a store employee who had rushed over. "She has a medical condition," Alex explained quickly, helping Luna stand up. "We'll pay for any damaged items." People were taking pictures with their phones, and Alex realized this was probably going to end up on social media. He grabbed Luna's hand and they quickly left the store, leaving behind a cart full of squished groceries. "This is getting ridiculous," Luna said as they sat in Alex's car in the parking lot. "I can't keep disrupting your life like this. It's not your fault," Alex said, though he was starting to wonder if his life would ever be normal again. "What did the doctors say about why you keep appearing near me?" Luna pulled out a tablet and showed him some charts and graphs that didn't make much sense to Alex. "They think there might be some kind of connection between us, but they can't figure out what it is. Dr. Rodriguez wants to meet with you again." The most embarrassing incident happened the following Friday. Alex had finally worked up the courage to ask out Maya, a woman he had met at a coffee shop. They were having dinner at a nice restaurant, and the conversation was going really well. Alex was thinking that maybe this could turn into something special. That's when Luna crashed through their table. One moment, Alex was telling Maya about his work as a designer. The next moment, Luna appeared about 3 feet above their table and fell straight down, sending plates, glasses, and food flying everywhere. The tablecloth got tangled around Luna as she landed, and Alex got pasta sauce all over his shirt. The entire restaurant went silent. Everyone was staring at their table, where Luna was now sitting in the middle of what used to be their dinner, looking mortified. Maya's mouth was hanging open. "What? How? Who is this person?" "This is Luna," Alex said, trying to stay calm, while helping Luna untangle herself from the tablecloth. "She has a medical condition that causes unexpected transportation issues." "Transportation issues," Maya repeated, looking at Luna like she might be dangerous. Luna tried to explain while picking lettuce out of her hair. "I know this looks crazy, but I have a neurological condition that causes me to teleport randomly. I'm part of a medical study." Maya looked back and forth between Alex and Luna. "Is this some kind of weird prank? Are you two working together?" "No," both Alex and Luna said at the same time. But Maya was already standing up, grabbing her purse, and shaking her head. "This is too weird for me. I'm sorry, but I don't want to get involved in whatever this is." She left money on the table and walked out of the restaurant. Alex watched her go. Feeling disappointed but not really surprised, the restaurant manager came over looking annoyed. "You're going to need to pay for all of this damage." Alex looked at the mess on the table and sighed. "Put it on my credit card." As they waited for someone to bring the check, Luna looked like she was about to cry. "I ruined your date, didn't I?" "Yeah, you kind of did," Alex said honestly. "But Maya probably wasn't the right person anyway. If she can't handle a little weirdness, we wouldn't have worked out." "A little weirdness," Luna said. "I literally fell from the sky into your dinner." Alex started laughing, and after a moment, Luna started laughing too. The other people in the restaurant were still staring at them, but Alex didn't care anymore. "You know what?" he said. "This is definitely going to make a great story someday." Luna smiled, and Alex realized that despite all the chaos she brought into his life, he was starting to look forward to her unexpected visits. She was smart and funny, and talking to her was always interesting, even if she did have a habit of destroying his belongings after they left the restaurant. Luna called Dr. Rodriguez to report another incident. Alex listened as she described what had happened, noting the time and location just like she had done before. "The doctor wants to know if you've noticed any patterns," Luna told him after ending the call. "Like, do you feel anything strange before I appear?" Alex thought about it. "Not really. Although now that you mention it, I was feeling pretty nervous about the date before you showed up." Luna made a note on her tablet. "Interesting. The doctors think my teleportation might be triggered by emotional states, but they're not sure. Whose emotions matter, mine or whoever I appear near? They stood outside the restaurant, and Alex realized he was getting used to having these strange conversations with Luna. What had seemed impossible just a few weeks ago was starting to feel almost normal. So what happens now? Alex asked. Luna shrugged. Dr. Rodriguez wants to do more tests, and I guess we wait to see where I show up next. Alex looked at Luna in her hospital gown, standing on the sidewalk like it was the most normal thing in the world. His life had definitely gotten more complicated since she had literally dropped into it, but it had also gotten more interesting. He had no idea that the complications were just getting started. Dr. Rodriguez called Alex the next morning and asked him to come to the university research facility. Alex had never been inside a real medical research lab before, and he was surprised by how normal it looked. He had expected something like a science fiction movie, but it was just a regular building with white hallways and lots of computers. Luna was already there when Alex arrived, sitting in what looked like a dentist's chair with wires attached to her head. She waved at him from across the room. "Thank you for coming," Dr. Rodriguez said, shaking Alex's hand. She was a middle-aged woman with kind eyes and gray hair pulled back in a neat bun. "We're hoping you can help us understand what's happening with Luna's condition." Dr. Rodriguez led Alex to a small office filled with charts and computer screens. "We've been studying spatial displacement disorders for 5 years," she explained. "Luna is our most interesting case because her teleportation seems to have a specific target." "You mean me?" Alex asked. "Exactly. Most patients with this condition appear in random locations, but Luna keeps appearing near you specifically. We think there might be some kind of connection between you two that we don't understand yet." Dr. Rodriguez pulled up some files on her computer. "I've been looking through hospital records, trying to find any link between you and Luna, and I found something interesting." She showed Alex a screen with dates and times. 6 months ago, on March 15th, you were both in the emergency room at City General Hospital on the same night. Alex remembered that night clearly. He had been skateboarding with some friends when he tried to do a trick he wasn't ready for. He ended up with a broken wrist and spent most of the night waiting in the emergency room. Luna was brought in that same night after her car accident. Dr. Rodriguez continued. "According to the records, you were both in the emergency room for about 4 hours, from midnight until 4 a.m. Alex tried to remember if he had seen Luna that night. The emergency room had been busy, and he had been focused on his own pain. "I don't remember meeting her," he said. "You probably didn't meet officially," Dr. Rodriguez said, "but you were both there during the same time period. Luna's brain injury happened that night, and that's when her spatial displacement episodes began." Luna appeared in the doorway, no longer connected to all the monitoring equipment. Dr. Rodriguez thinks my brain somehow imprinted on you that night, she said, sitting down in the chair next to Alex. "Imprinted?" Alex asked. Dr. Rodriguez nodded. "The human brain generates a unique electrical field. When Luna's brain was injured, it was in a highly sensitive state. If you were nearby during that critical time, her damaged neurons might have somehow locked onto your specific bioelectric signature." Alex was trying to understand what this meant. "So her brain thinks I'm like a home base or something." "That's a simple way to put it. But yes," Dr. Rodriguez said, "when Luna teleports, her subconscious mind seems to navigate toward the electrical pattern it recognizes as safe." Luna looked uncomfortable. "It sounds so weird when you explain it like that." Over the next few days, Alex learned more about Luna's condition than he ever expected to know about anyone's medical problems. He started coming to the research facility regularly to help with tests. The doctors attached sensors to both of them and measured their brain waves and heart rates, while Luna attempted controlled teleportation. During these visits, Alex and Luna spent a lot of time talking. He learned that she used to work as a software engineer before her accident, and that she was really good at fixing computer problems. Luna learned that Alex had started his design business 2 years ago, after getting tired of working for other people. "I miss my old job," Luna said one afternoon while they waited for test results. I was working on this really interesting project to help kids learn programming through games. What happened to the project? Alex asked. I had to quit after the teleportation episode started getting bad, Luna said sadly. It's hard to hold down a job when you disappear without warning several times a week. Alex had been thinking about this problem. I could probably use help with the technical side of my design work. I'm good with graphics and creativity, but I'm terrible with coding and database stuff. Luna looked interested. Are you offering me a job? I'm offering you a partnership, Alex said. You help me with the technical work, and I'll handle the client meetings and creative stuff. That way, if you teleport during work hours, I can cover for you. They started working together the following week. Luna set up a workspace in Alex's apartment with her own computer and some equipment she borrowed from the research lab. It was nice having company during the day, and Luna was incredibly good at solving technical problems. That had been frustrating Alex for months. The teleportation incidents continued, but they began to feel more manageable. When Luna appeared in the middle of Alex's apartment while he was working, they would just continue their conversation from wherever they had left off. Alex kept spare clothes and snacks available for her unexpected arrivals. This is actually kind of convenient, Luna said one day after teleporting from the lab directly to Alex's couch. I don't have to worry about traffic or parking. But not all of Luna's family was comfortable with the situation. When Alex met Luna's parents and her younger brother Diego, they were polite but clearly worried about their daughter's condition. The doctors don't really know what's wrong with her, Luna's mother said quietly to Alex while Luna was in the kitchen getting drinks. We've been praying every day for her to get better. She seems to be managing pretty well, Alex said. Luna's father shook his head. This isn't normal, Alex. Our daughter disappears and reappears like magic. How is that managing well? Diego was more direct. Are you taking advantage of my sister's condition? It's convenient that she keeps showing up at your place. Alex understood their concern, but he didn't know how to explain that he genuinely cared about Luna and enjoyed her company. I'm trying to help her live as normally as possible, he said. The conversation was interrupted when Luna suddenly appeared in the middle of the dining room table. Landing right in a plate of her mother's homemade tacos, everyone jumped, and Luna's mother started crying. I'm sorry, Mom, Luna said, climbing down from the table covered in salsa. I was just in the bathroom upstairs. I didn't mean for this to happen. Her mother hugged her tightly. We just want you to be safe, Mija. That evening, as Alex was driving home, he realized how much his feelings for Luna had grown beyond just wanting to help her. He looked forward to seeing her every day. Whether she appeared unexpectedly or walked through the door normally, she was smart, funny, and brave in the face of an impossible situation. But Alex also worried about whether his feelings were genuine or just a result of their unusual circumstances. Would he care about Luna this much if she had met him in a normal way? The next week brought bad news from Dr. Rodriguez. Luna's condition was getting worse, and the research program might lose its funding if they couldn't show better results. Soon, there's a possibility that Luna might need to be transferred to a facility in another state. Dr. Rodriguez told them during their regular appointment. There's a research program there that specializes in severe neurological displacement disorders. Luna went pale. How far away? About 1,000 miles, Dr. Rodriguez said gently. I know this isn't what you want to hear, but their program might be able to help you in ways we can't hear. Alex felt like someone had punched him in the stomach. The idea of Luna being so far away made him realize just how important she had become in his life. How soon would this happen? Alex asked. If the funding decision goes against us, possibly within a month, Dr. Rodriguez said. That night, Alex and Luna sat in his apartment, both feeling worried about the future. Luna had teleported there directly from the hospital, appearing on his couch as she often did now. I don't want to move away, Luna said quietly. This is the first time since my accident that I've felt like I had a normal life again. Maybe the funding will come through, Alex said, though he wasn't sure he believed it himself. Luna looked at him with an expression he couldn't quite read. Alex, can I ask you something? Sure. Do you ever wish we had met in a normal way? Like at a coffee shop or through friends, instead of me literally falling on top of you? Alex thought about it for a moment. You know what? I don't think I would have had the courage to talk to you if we had met normally. You're way smarter than me, and you probably would have intimidated me. Luna smiled. You don't give yourself enough credit. You're one of the kindest people I've ever met. Most people would have called the police or run away screaming if someone had teleported into their apartment. Most people don't have the chance to meet someone as interesting as you, Alex said. They sat together in comfortable silence, both thinking about what might happen if Luna had to move away. Neither of them was ready to say goodbye, but they were starting to realize that their feelings for each other had grown into something much deeper than friendship. Everything changed on a Thursday night, when Alex woke up to the sound of something crashing in his kitchen. He jumped out of bed and ran to see what had happened. Luna was standing next to the stove, looking confused and scared. She was wearing pajamas instead of her usual hospital gown, and there was a pot of boiling water tipped over on the floor. Luna, what happened? Alex asked, carefully stepping around the hot water. I was asleep in my apartment, Luna said, her voice shaking. I was having a nightmare about falling, and then I woke up here. Alex, I almost landed in that boiling water. Alex's blood went cold. He had been making pasta late at night and had left the pot on the stove when he went to bed. If Luna had appeared just a few inches to the left, she could have been seriously hurt. This is getting dangerous, Luna said, sitting down at his kitchen table. What if next time I appear somewhere? Even worse, Alex turned off the stove and started cleaning up the spilled water. Have you told Dr. Rodriguez about teleporting while you're asleep? This is the first time it's happened, Luna said. Usually I'm awake when it occurs. But lately, the episodes have been happening more often, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. The next morning, they went to the research facility together. Dr. Rodriguez looked worried when Luna described what had happened during the night. Unconscious teleportation is a serious development, Dr. Rodriguez said, checking Luna's charts. It means your brain is triggering the episodes even when you're not aware of it. Is there anything we can do to stop it? Alex asked. Dr. Rodriguez shook her head. We're still trying to understand the basic mechanism, but I think it would be safer if Luna stayed here at the hospital for a while, where we can monitor her constantly. Luna looked upset, but I was just starting to feel normal. Again, Alex and I have been working on some really good projects together. I understand, Dr. Rodriguez said gently, but your safety has to come first. Luna moved back into the hospital that afternoon. Alex visited her every day, bringing her laptop so she could continue working on their design projects. But it wasn't the same. Luna seemed sad and frustrated, and Alex could tell that being stuck in a hospital room was making her feel isolated again. The worst part was that the teleportation didn't stop just because Luna was in the hospital. If anything, it got worse. She would disappear from her hospital bed and appear in Alex's apartment, sometimes bringing medical equipment with her. One time, she appeared in his bathroom while dragging along an infrared and heart monitor. The hospital is not happy about their missing equipment, Luna told Alex during one of his visits. And the insurance company is asking a lot of questions about why their patient keeps vanishing. Alex had been thinking about something, but he wasn't sure if he should bring it up. Luna, can I ask you something personal? Sure. How do you feel about me? I mean, as more than just a friend. Luna blushed and looked down at her hands. Why are you asking? Because I think I'm falling in love with you, Alex said honestly. But I need to know if your feelings are real, or if you just feel grateful because I'm helping you with your condition. Luna was quiet for a long moment. I've been wondering the same thing about you, she said finally. Are you interested in me because you genuinely like who I am, or because I'm this weird, interesting problem you want to solve? They looked at each other across the hospital room, both feeling uncertain. Their relationship had developed under such strange circumstances that it was hard to know what was real. I think about you all the time, Alex said, even when you're not teleporting into my life. I miss talking to you. I miss your laugh and the way you explain complicated technical stuff in ways I can understand. I feel the same way, Luna admitted. You make me feel like I'm still a normal person, even with all this crazy stuff happening to me. Before they could continue the conversation, Luna's mother knocked on the door. She came in carrying a bag of homemade food and looking worried. How are you feeling today, Mija? Her mother asked, giving Luna a hug. The same, Mom. Maybe a little worse. Luna's mother turned to Alex. Can I speak with you privately for a moment? They stepped out into the hallway, and Luna's mother looked directly at Alex with serious eyes. I need to ask you something, and I want an honest answer, she said. Do you really care about my daughter, or are you just fascinated by her condition? Alex had been expecting this question. I care about Luna very much, Mrs. Gutierrez. I know the situation is unusual, but my feelings for her are genuine. Luna has been hurt enough, her mother said firmly. First the accident, then this strange illness. And now she might have to move far away for treatment. I don't want her to get her heart broken too. I would never hurt Luna intentionally. Alex said, I want to help her get through this, whatever happens. Luna's mother studied his face for a moment, then nodded. I believe you. But you need to understand something. Our family has been through a lot this year. Luna's father lost his job because he was missing so much work to take care of her. Diego had to transfer to a cheaper college because we needed the money for medical bills. This condition isn't just affecting Luna. It's affecting all of us, Alex. Hadn't realized how much Luna's family had been struggling. Is there anything I can do to help? Just be there for her, Luna's mother said. Don't make promises you can't keep. That evening, Alex was cooking dinner in his apartment when Luna appeared in his living room. But this time, something was different. She looked pale and weak, and she was shaking. Alex, something's wrong, she said, sitting down heavily on his couch. I feel really dizzy, and my head is pounding. Alex sat down next to her and felt her forehead. She was burning up with fever. How long have you been feeling like this? It started about an hour ago, right before I teleported here, Luna said. The doctors don't know I'm gone yet. Alex helped Luna lie down and brought her some water. He was worried about her fever, but he was also worried about something else. If Luna was sick and disoriented, her teleportation could become even more unpredictable and dangerous. I think we should call Dr. Rodriguez, Alex said. Luna nodded weakly. As Alex was reaching for his phone, Luna suddenly disappeared from his couch. 1 second she was there, and the next second she was gone. Alex's phone rang immediately. It was Dr. Rodriguez. Alex, Luna just appeared in our lab, and she's unconscious. Dr. Rodriguez said urgently, we're taking her to the emergency room. Can you meet us there? Alex grabbed his keys and ran out of his apartment. As he drove to the hospital, he realized how much Luna meant to him. The thought of losing her made him feel panicked in a way he had never experienced before. At the hospital, he found Dr. Rodriguez in the waiting room looking grim. What's happening? Alex asked. Luna's condition is deteriorating, Dr. Rodriguez said. The teleportation episodes are putting too much stress on her brain. Her body temperature is spiking, and she's having mild seizures. Alex felt like the world was spinning around him. Is she going to be okay? We're doing everything we can, Dr. Rodriguez said. But Alex, I need to tell you something. The research program is ending. Our funding was officially cut today. Luna will need to be transferred to the facility out of state within the next week. Alex sat down in the waiting room chair, feeling overwhelmed. And one day, he had realized he was in love with Luna, learned that her family was struggling financially, and now discovered that she might be seriously ill and would definitely be moving far away. He looked through the window of Luna's hospital room, where she was lying unconscious surrounded by medical equipment. Her parents and Diego were sitting beside her bed, holding her hands and looking scared. For the first time since Luna had crashed into his life, Alex wondered if caring about her was going to break his heart. Luna spent 3 days unconscious in the hospital. Alex barely left her side, sleeping in the uncomfortable waiting room chairs and drinking too much coffee. From the vending machine, Luna's family was there constantly too, and Alex got to know them better during those long, worried hours. Diego turned out to be funny and smart, studying engineering like his sister. Luna's father, despite his concerns about the situation, was kind and told Alex stories about Luna's childhood. Her mother brought homemade food for everyone and made sure Alex ate something every few hours. On the third day, Luna finally woke up. Alex was holding her hand when her eyes opened, and the first thing she did was smile at him. "Hey," she said weakly. "Did I miss anything important?" Alex laughed, feeling relieved for the first time in days. "Just me worrying about you and your mom forcing me to eat about 20 tamales." Dr. Rodriguez came in to check on Luna and seemed surprised by how much better she looked. "Your vital signs are almost back to normal," she said. "How are you feeling?" "Tired, but okay." Luna said, "Have I teleported at all while I was unconscious?" "That's the interesting thing." Dr. Rodriguez said, "You haven't had a single episode since you've been here. It's the longest you've gone without teleporting in months." Luna looked thoughtful. "Maybe because I wasn't stressed or scared? I felt safe here with everyone around me." Dr. Rodriguez nodded. "That fits with a theory I've been developing." "Luna, I think your teleportation might be triggered by your emotional state, particularly when you feel anxious or threatened. But I've been happy lately," Luna said. "Working with Alex has been great." "Happy, yes, but also worried," Dr. Rodriguez said gently. "Worried about your condition getting worse, worried about the research funding, worried about having to move away. Those are all forms of stress." Dr. Rodriguez pulled up some charts on her tablet. "I've been analyzing the timing of your episodes, and they almost always happen when your heart rate and stress hormones are elevated. The reason you keep appearing near Alex is because your subconscious mind has identified him as your safest place." Alex felt his face getting warm. "So her brain really does think of me as home base?" "In a very real sense, yes," Dr. Rodriguez said, "which gives us a new treatment approach. Instead of trying to stop the teleportation, we're going to try to help Luna control it." Over the next few weeks, Luna worked with a therapist who specialized in anxiety and trauma. Dr. Rodriguez had found additional funding from a private foundation that was interested in Luna's case, so she didn't have to move to the other facility. After all, the therapy sessions focused on helping Luna recognize her emotional triggers and develop techniques for managing stress and anxiety. She learned breathing exercises, meditation, and ways to calm herself when she felt a teleportation. Episode starring Alex was part of the therapy process too. The therapist, Dr. Chen, explained that Alex's presence seemed to have a calming effect on Luna's condition. "It's not uncommon for people with neurological conditions to form strong emotional connections to people who help them feel safe," Dr. Chen told them. "But what's unusual is how Luna's brain has literally programmed Alex's location as a destination." "Is that why she keeps landing on me specifically?" Alex asked. "Probably," Dr. Chen said. "When Luna teleports, her brain is essentially trying to take her to the safest place it can imagine. And it has decided that place is wherever you are." Luna blushed. "That's kind of embarrassing when you put it like that." Alex took her hand. "I think it's sweet. Your brain trusts me even when you're not conscious." The breakthrough came about a month later. Luna was in a therapy session, practicing relaxation techniques, when she felt the familiar tingling sensation. That usually meant a teleportation episode was starting. Instead of panicking, Luna used the breathing exercises Dr. Chen had taught her. She closed her eyes, focused on staying calm, and tried to picture exactly where she wanted to go. When she opened her eyes, she was sitting in the chair next to Alex in Dr. Rodriguez's office, exactly where she had intended to appear. "Did you just teleport on purpose?" Alex asked. Amazed, Luna looked just as surprised as he was. "I think I did. I actually chose where to go." Dr. Rodriguez was excited. "This is exactly what we hoped would happen, Luna. You're not just managing your condition, you're learning to control it." Over the next few months, Luna practiced her controlled teleportation skills. She couldn't always do it perfectly, and she still had occasional unexpected episodes. But she was getting better at directing where she went. Alex made some changes to his apartment to accommodate Luna's abilities. He cleared out a corner of his living room as a designated landing zone with soft cushions and no breakable objects nearby. He also kept a bag of spare clothes and snacks for Luna's visits, whether planned or unplanned. Luna was able to return to work, consulting for Dr. Rodriguez's research team and helping other patients who developed similar conditions. Her unique experience made her an invaluable resource for understanding spatial displacement disorders. The relationship between Alex and Luna evolved naturally as her condition stabilized. They were partners in both work and life, combining Alex's creative skills with Luna's technical expertise to build a successful design business. 6 months after Luna's breakthrough, Alex planned something special. He had designed a rooftop garden for their apartment building, with help from Luna's engineering skills to make sure it was structurally sound. On a warm evening in spring, Alex brought Luna up to see the finished garden. There were comfortable seating areas, beautiful plants, and string lights that made everything look magical. "This is amazing," Luna said, looking around at the space Alex had created. "You really designed all of this with your help on all the technical stuff," Alex said. "I couldn't have done it without you." They sat together on a bench overlooking the city. Alex was nervous about what he wanted to ask, but he had been planning this for weeks. "Luna, I have something for you," he said, pulling out a small box. Luna's eyes went wide when she saw the ring inside. "Alex, I know our relationship started in the weirdest way possible," Alex said, "and I know your condition means our life together will never be completely normal. But I can't imagine being with anyone else. You literally fell into my life, and I don't want you to ever leave it." Luna started crying happy tears. "Are you proposing to me on the roof? I figured this was one place where if you teleport when you get excited, you won't land on me," Alex said. Grinning, Luna laughed and kissed him. "Yes." "Obviously yes," as if on cue. Luna immediately teleported about 3 feet to the left and landed in a planter full of flowers. But this time, she had done it on purpose. "Show off," Alex said, helping her out of the dirt. A year later, they were married in a small ceremony in the hospital chapel where they had spent so many hours. Dr. Rodriguez officiated. Diego was Alex's best man, and Luna's parents cried happy tears throughout the whole ceremony. Luna's condition never completely went away, but it became a manageable part of their life. She still occasionally teleported unexpectedly, usually when she was very stressed or excited. But she had enough control that it rarely caused major problems. Their business thrived as they specialized in designing accessible spaces for people with unique needs. Luna's experience with her condition gave them insights that other designers couldn't offer. Alex sometimes looked back on that first Tuesday morning when Luna had crashed into his life and wondered what would have happened if he had reacted differently. What if he had panicked or called the police instead of listening to her explanation? But he didn't spend much time on those thoughts, because their actual life together was better than anything he could have imagined. Luna still surprised him every day, sometimes literally appearing out of nowhere, and he wouldn't change any of it on quiet evenings. When Luna teleported home from work and landed softly in their designated spot in the living room, Alex would look at her and feel grateful for the most unusual love story he had ever heard of. After all, not many people could say their wife literally fell from the sky into their life and chose to keep landing there every day since.